why you had this experience today, and I think some of you found it valuable and profound, is because you made a choice, you made a decision. You could be anywhere else right now, right? You could be doing anything else. There's other people that were invited to come that chose not to because they didn't have the time, they didn't have the money, they did this and that. But you chose to step up and make a commitment to your life and these ripple effect of that, right? The ripple effect. You cast that stone into your pond. You don't know where this will take you. So it's a privilege, again, to bring up Tamara. And I have a coach in my life. And anybody who's in a coaching role should have a coach. And one of my coaches, I'm privileged to say, is Tamara. This is a woman who at 15, if you don't know anything about her or her story, at 15 begged her mom to buy her some Anthony Robbins, Tony Robbins tapes off the television. How many 15-year-olds do you know say, oh, it's not shoes, Bagaboog, not Abercrombie and Fitch card or something like that, but personal development tapes. And her parents wisely chose to make that purchase for her. And her life, that decision, by getting a coach at 15 on how she thinks and how she develops and how things happen, has taken her life in an amazing path. She moved to Charlotte from Connecticut, and she wanted to find a place to live. And so she went to the, excuse me, some of you here, real estate agents, and I want to live in this section of Ballantyne. I want to live over here. Well, there's nothing listed right now. But you don't understand it. I want to buy a house here. Well, give me your name, I'll call you back. If something should show up, I'll do it. So she can't wait for someone else to take action. So she wants a result call living in Ballantyne in this particular area. And so she says, I'm going to get and take massive action. So what does she do? What is the unreasonable, crazy-ass thing that she did? She knocked on the door. You want to sell your place? You want to sell your place? You want to sell your place? And I don't know if it was the 5th or 7th place. The woman goes, oh, thank you, God. Yes, I want to sell my place. I need to get out of this. And she quickly purchased the place. And where were the real estate agents then? They were not proactive. She decided for things to change for me, that I must change my actions to get the result that I want. So she went out and knocked on the doors. And somebody lost the sale. But she's living where she wants to live now. Where do you want to live? And what are the decisions you need to make to get yourself there? How do you need to condition yourself to get yourself to where you want to go? So the example after example that I get from her in her life, she blows me away. And I do things, well, watch me. I'm going to go do my thing, you know. And she goes, whoa, that was pretty good. She goes, it's tough having friends like this, you know. It's actually the best thing in the world because you want to be around people that bring you up, elevate you to be your best. And I can't let myself slip because I know I have a friend of high standards watching me and looking up to me as I look up to her. So again, it's a privilege to bring up my good dear friend and partner here, Tamara. Give her a hand.
All right, now how many of you are sitting there thinking, I wish I brought my negative neighbor? Or how many of you are thinking, I wish someone else came with me, I think they could have benefited from this? How many of you are thinking, someone else could have used this? Yeah, it's about taking that step and that action. And the good news is I believe in second chances, so we're going to do this again next year. So you can bring back people to come and go through this process. But mind you, this is only the morning segment. We haven't even gotten to the afternoon yet. But we wanted to take this process for you to get rid of some of this stuff that holds you back because it's just a lie. So we tell ourselves. You know, if I look back where I was, I'm only 21, by the way. But thank you. But 3 years ago when I was, 16. Now, I look back and I have another coach of mine, Andy, that's here, and we were in a program last year together. That's how we met, and we were writing down what it is that we really wanted. And but I was thinking where I was 3 years ago. I was working for $7 an hour at a salon. I had moved out. My dream was to move to San Diego, work for Tony Robbins, do this and that, and I had broken through. I was pumped. I'm going to move to San Diego. I'm going to do it. Right? I did. It took me a year and a half to get a job there. So that process was, well, no one's hiring. Can't find any job. Can't, it's, I don't know what to do. Waitressing jobs used to make $500 an hour from Dale Carnegie. Why hasn't this happened for me? I wrote my goal. I broke through wood. I did all this. Why am I not where I am supposed to be? I should be here right now. I should. But I'll tell you right now, there's a big difference from having a should and having a must. Okay? So I was shooting all over myself and feeling sorry for myself as to why I wasn't where I should be. I took all the right steps, but you know what? We're going to hit barriers. You're going to walk out of here, and someone's going to test you on what you just changed. But you need to pull through that and realize that you got to keep pushing through until you get your result. You keep doing it until you get the result you're looking for, and that's what I did. I'm not going to lie and say it was easy to get here, but I'll tell you, when I started creating and thinking about what I wanted to occur versus why hasn't this happened to me yet, big shift, I started to accomplish the things I wanted in my life. So for us today, what we need to take away is don't forget about the moments that changed your life. Don't forget about this moment, the moments you see in other people, because it can alter. You can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction. And that starts today. And this afternoon, we're going to start teaching you some more skill sets on how to take it to the next level. If we go through all that stuff that holds us back, now it's time to fine-tune what am I doing, my craft. What am I doing on a consistent basis to drive me to where it is I really want to go? Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I'm a little bit stubborn. All right, so it's about making shifts for ourselves, but again, it's about putting ourselves in that environment to shift and to grow. All right, now a few people here are actually on our coaching program right now, and I want to talk about going to the next level, because this is great, but it's good one day, but what could it be like over every single week for at least a couple months just to start with? And instead of me telling you how great it is, I want to have people that are in it right now tell you what they think and what they're doing as a result, because I don't believe in just positive thinking. You know, it's like going to your garden and saying, there's no weeds, there's no weeds, there's no weeds. There are weeds, and you need to pluck them out. It's not denying it. What we need to do is we need to recognize it, but model people that already have the result we're looking for. It's amazing how sometimes we know it, but we don't do it. My job is to push you outside your comfort zone to get your result. And if you don't get your result, I don't get paid. So I am here to push you only because I have people pushing me. And if you put yourself in that environment, it will shift you. But let's hear from some people that are going through some coaching right now and see, tell me what you think. This is the happy part. Tom. Let's give him a hand. Aaron.
We get so many sales calls, it's amazing. I even talk to our sales manager around or what have you. And she said, if I can come in 45 minutes and make your company produce more money or whatever what you said, and I said, yeah. We had a really good month. First month she came in, it changed. Really only have 4 agents that are actually working full time. And out of the 4 agents, we produced 24 sales last month, and considering everybody's slow, it seemed to be pretty good. We seemed to get everybody in our company motivated, which actually got me motivated because I'm very competitive. So we didn't get to other agents, and we ended up having a good month in a bad time of the year in a bad economy. So it worked for us.
Let's hear from someone else. Who wants to share? Oh, Christina.
I have a fear of public speaking, so. I've been seeing you for, what, 2 weeks now?
Yeah,
only 2 weeks. I'm in college. I'm not, like, out in the business world yet or anything, but it's made just the hugest difference in my whole perspective on the world and the outlook, when you realize what the world has to offer. You get out of your parents' house and you get out of high school, it becomes very stressful. It's like they don't prepare you for actual what life is going to be. And so I'm very, very happy that my brain's being retrained to think positively.
Hypnotizing you.
And it's something I want to do, when I get older and out of school. So I love it, and it's made, like, in just a short time, like, a big difference. I think a lot of my friends and family see it too. So.
Well, we have your mom talks right next to you. Mom, why don't you share?
For those of you all that are parents, it's probably one of the hardest things in the world. When your child comes up and tells you she feels like she's broken. She just feels like she can't get to the next step. I met you by a fluke. I didn't know who you were and what you did. Well, no, I believe everything happens for a reason. Not a fluke, but everything happens for a reason. And someone from Georgia told me about you. Yeah. And you came to the RIA, and you spoke, and it was just amazing. And I signed Christina. Well, I told Christina she's got to go meet this person. And just from the minute she walked through that door after sitting with you for the first time, I mean, and you would think it was like 4.5 hours you spent with her the first time. Yep. Just the attitude, I called you that day. I mean, I just saw the difference in her. Her belief system changing, her outlook changing, her desire to get out of her comfort zone, to do things differently.